Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to our Oaklawn Hometown School District 123 Community Update for the month of November. My name is Paul Enderle. I'm the very proud superintendent here in School District 123, checking in for another one of our monthly updates. We have had a very busy month of November with a lot of great things packed into it that we want to report out today, as well as provide our community with some updates moving forward as we move away from the upcoming Thanksgiving break into the month of December. We know the weather is going to change a little bit. We want to give everyone a weather update as well as look at our December and early January calendar. So let's dive right in. We just announced that we had a very busy month of November, and the month of November always marks for us a recognition and time to celebrate our veterans in our communities. And I'm very proud that each of our schools in District 123 take time during the month of November to celebrate our veterans, and namely to teach our students the value of that civic duty and what Veterans Day really means. As you know, we do not take a day off of school for Veterans Day. We keep our students in attendance in school because we want to use that time to teach them the value and to help them be thankful and grateful for the many veterans around us. So I've led in and started our update today by showing some pictures. This is a picture of one of our Covington families at the Covington Veterans Day Assembly. This is a great photo of our mayor of hometown, Mr. Frank Finnegan, and our mayor of Oaklawn, Mr. Terry Vorderer, who are both veterans who attended our middle school and spoke at our middle school assembly as well. We thank them for their service. This is a great example of our Veterans Day service and ceremony over at Hometown Elementary School, which actually served as both an assembly program but also as a breakfast for our veterans. So to all of our veterans in the Oaklawn and hometown community, we certainly want to say a heartfelt thank you for your service during this past Veterans Day in 2025. We were also busy a couple weekends ago raking leaves. District 123 has had a long-standing tradition of taking one Saturday in the month of November and pulling groups together to rake leaves for those in the community who can't physically do that. So we were very grateful to have over 80 volunteers volunteer on a Saturday morning to come out and rake leaves. We were able to rake about 50 yards on that Saturday afternoon, and here are some great pictures of some of our students and our parents and families and staff who all came out on that Saturday morning to rake leaves and to engage in that level of community service. We in District 123 have this goal, this 100% goal of helping all of our students reach their growth targets in reading and math. And although events like Veterans Day and leaf raking are not necessarily centered in the teaching of math or reading, what these types of activities do is help bring us together. And it also demonstrates for our kids that when they put their mind to something, they could do that, and they could certainly center themselves on having a heart of service to those within our community. And we're very proud to be able to do those things. Another thing we're really proud of that happened this past month is our School District 123 communications team were awarded 9 awards from the INSPRA organization. We're members of the Illinois Charter of the National School Public Relations Association, and they have an annual event that acknowledges excellence in school communications. And we were really fortunate last week to have received 9 awards. There were over 200 submission applications, and District 123 were provided with 9 awards of excellence for the way we communicate, the way we tell our story. Again, communication is something we value here in District 123. We want to be able to communicate with our community. We want to tell our story in a way that engages people, and we were very proud to accept those awards of excellence from the INSPRA organization last week. I also want to highlight on our website, we still have our District 123 flipbook. As many of you know, last year we celebrated our 123rd year anniversary, our golden anniversary here in District 123. So we created a flipbook over the summer in order to archive some of those great things we did last year to celebrate that anniversary year. One of the pages in the flipbook is a Did You Know page, and it kind of talks a little bit about Cook School, about Covington School here. Covington School is our oldest school, is built in 1938, as well as embedded in the flipbook is an excellent short video that just kind of walks the community through the history of School District 123. And I would encourage anyone who is close to District 123 to take a look in the flipbook at that page entitled Did You Know, to read up on some of our rich history and to watch that short video, which really encapsulates our district. And we're going to continue with the flipbook process in the new year and put out our next flipbook, we're hoping by the end of February, which we're planning to highlight each of our schools here in District 123. So keep in mind that's coming soon. But if you get a chance, take a look and flip through our flipbook. I think you really enjoy some of the content we have in it, that at least the first version really highlights our 123rd year anniversary. As I stated earlier, District 123 presently is very centered on setting goals. We set goals for ourselves as educators. We also have each and every one of our students set what we call a 100% goal. We believe that we want 100% of our students to meet or exceed their growth targets in reading and math, and we work very hard every day to make sure that everything we do is aligned to that goal setting. We believe that when you set goals, you have direction, and when you have direction, you can see visibly how you can accomplish things. So we're going to continue to strive to reach that 100% mark in everything we do here in District 123. This week, across the nation, is American Education Week. And it's a week where, as a nation, we basically celebrate educators. And actually, last week, we had 3 specific groups of educators that were specifically celebrated. I want to first extend a thank you to our District 123 School Board for their excellence in governance and leadership and the work they do to help govern School District 123, as School Board Members Day in Illinois was on November 15th. Just yesterday, November 19th, we celebrated PSRP Day here in District 123. That's paraprofessionals and school-related personnel. Here in District 123, we have almost 200 PSRP representatives. These are paraprofessionals, office staff, custodial and maintenance staff, tech aides, tech assistants, bus drivers, people who work in our lunchrooms as supervisors, as cooks, to help make sure our district runs each and every day. We're very grateful to have a dedicated crew of PSRP representatives, and we want to wish them a happy day yesterday. And then, believe it or not, this Saturday, across the state of Illinois, is Happy Substitute Educator Day. We have a cadre of over 100 guest teachers here in School District 123 that do a great job of filling in when our staff is ill. And when our subs come in and work, they teach. We help train them, we work with them, and our guest teachers, our substitutes, are teachers, and they're part of our community and culture here in District 123. And Saturday is a day where we honor them and the contributions they make to our schools and to our students. So happy American Education Week to all educators here locally and also within our entire nation. Along with communication, community engagement is also something we value here in District 123, and we have a number of ways we engage our community. Obviously through some of our communication means. We have very active parent organizations at each of our schools. We have a music booster club at the middle school. But other ways we do this is our administrative team has developed an Ask Me Anything approach, where once a month we meet at a school in the morning and during lunch periods to meet together with staff, with families, and basically to be there to answer questions they may have. So far, in September, we were at Covington. In October, we were at our Early Learning Center. And just Wednesday, we had a great session over at Hannum Elementary School. If you have any questions and you want to come, whether you have a question or you just want to listen, feel free to attend any of our Ask Me Anythings. Our next Ask Me Anything session will take place on December 17th, right before winter break, at Hometown Elementary School. So everyone in the community is invited and encouraged to attend any of our AMA sessions. We also have a very active Parent University program here in District 123. Parents reach out to us with topics they'd like to hear more about, so we then either ourselves or we bring experts in to speak with them about those topics. We're kind of moving through our menu this year, but just last night, Sword Elementary hosted a Parent University on RAP resources for families. This December, before winter break, on December 4th, Thursday we come back after Thanksgiving, Colmar Elementary School will be doing a session on recreational and passion-based learning. Here in District 123, we try to always make the work we do with our children motivational. We want to tap into their interests, their passions, and help use that as a means to make learning interesting and fun. So that session on December 4th will be set up for parents to come in and learn about some of the things we do to motivate our students in learning in District 123. And that, again, is scheduled for Thursday, December 4th at Colmar. All this information is housed on our website, so feel free to, at any time, go to d123.org to obtain any of this information. Another way we reach out is I host a podcast a couple times a month. We call the 100% All In podcast. We've done podcasts, I think we've done 3 already this year, and our most recent one, I was able to partner together with 2 of our finest hometown teachers, math teachers, Maureen Finnegan and Becky Malone, and we had a 20-minute conversation on how we go about at Hometown School building a math community, how we make math education extend beyond the classroom to our homes and to our families. And Maureen and Becky do a phenomenal job, along with the administration at Hometown School, in pulling families into the school to learn more about how we could build that math community. Each of these podcasts are only 15 or 20 minutes long, so if you have any time, if you enjoy listening to a podcast, I encourage you to definitely take some time and listen in on our 100% All-In podcast, which again is in our website. It's also on Spotify. So feel free to tap in and listen to some of the great things happening with our educators here in District 123. These are great conversations to cue into. As I've shared before, I always like to take a component of our update and talk a little bit about our new strategic plan. I know many of you know that we have a rich history of developing strategic direction in District 123 over the past decade, from 2013 to 2018, from 2019 to 2024. And just last fall, we connected with our community and we developed a new strategic direction that will take us all the way through 2030. And we really see this process as a way we seek to create positive outcomes that come from community priorities. And I talked a little bit about, since June of last year, we worked through a 4-step process to be able to develop our strategic plan. We engaged over 800 members of the community in an environmental scan, focus groups, interviews, and surveys. We developed a strategic plan committee of about 25 community members that really helped take all that information in and formulate the plan as you see it now. So that entire process, took us a few months, but it was well worth the work because we have an amazing strategic plan that's going to really help catapult us into the future. One of the new elements of our strategic plan I highlighted last month is our Portrait of a Graduate model. This is a model that really highlights the things we want from our students when they graduate 8th grade and move on to high school. We want them to be confident learners, flexible thinkers, inclusive community members, and productive teammates. These are some of those things that you might not necessarily think are involved in teaching mathematics, reading, or writing, or any of the subject areas we teach in District 123. But these are the attributes, these are the habits, the dispositions we want our kids to embrace, and we're going to be doing a lot more work with this portrait in years to come. But one of the things about our plan I wanted to highlight today is one of the things the committee decided to hold true on and keep was our mission, our vision, our mission, our guiding principles, and our core beliefs. And I wanted to simply highlight our principles and beliefs today because I think that they're really important to make sure our community knows what are the things that we value, what are the things that we believe in District 123. Some of our guiding principles, these are research-based truths that we know that if we could embed these things in everything we do, we could really help make our school system the best it could be. We believe in a culture of success. We want to make sure that every day our kids see that by working hard and trying that they can be successful. We try as much as we can to get at that personalized learning touch. I talked a little bit about those passion projects and that parent university on December 4th. One of the ways we personalize learning is we try to tap into the interests of our students. We believe in continuous improvement. That's the value of our 100% goal. Whether we meet our goal or not, we learn from it, and that helps us continually improve as a school system. We elicit a lot of feedback from our stakeholders because we want to know how we're doing and what adjustments we need to make to continuously improve. We always make data-based decisions in District 123. We regularly review, analyze, and interpret data. We also stay really close to trending educational research relative to what works best for our students. As stated before, we have a principle of community engagement. No matter what we do, we want to pull our entire community into us and always remain fiscally responsible. I believe over the past decade, we've been able to balance our budget. And what that means as a school system, we spend what we take in. And being fiscally responsible and transparent with how we manage our resources from our community is very, very important to us. So these are the 6 guiding principles, the laws, the truths that we believe are evident and need to be infused in everything we do here in District 123. We also have a series of core values. These are beliefs. These are things that we believe in, and we have 8 values. We value children, collaboration, people, integrity, learning, responsibility, communication, and, of course, community. So these are some of the guiding principles and the values that we believe help us make the district the best it possibly can be. And these are things in our current strategic plan that have remained the same for almost a decade now, and things that we really hold true and infuse into every element of our planning. If you want to take a deeper dive into our strategic plan, please simply go to plan.d123.org in order to get more details. As we move forward, my community updates each month now will start highlighting a specific goal in our strategic plan. Our new plan currently has 5 goals, and we're going to jump into goal 1 in December, which is our culture of academic success goal. We're going to talk a little bit about some of the objectives we hope to accomplish through working within that goal. As we move on, and anytime we jump into the month of November, December, we have to start thinking of the weather and being prepared to communicate any conditions or issues that happen with the weather over the next few months that might warrant a school closure. And I wanted to just simply talk through some of these things. When we close school due to the weather, we certainly don't take that decision lightly. It's a decision that is made very carefully by examining a number of conditions in order to make sure that it's safe to actually hold school. We obviously looked really close at the weather conditions and the forecasts. We analyze about 3 different models, and we look at radar to make those decisions. We ensure that our buildings are operating, that they have enough power, light, and heat in order to have school. We want to look at our conditions. Are the roads plowed? Was the timing of the storm or the weather such that it didn't allow the roads or the parking lots to be plowed appropriately? We always stay in close communication with our 2 bus companies. first student in Richley to make sure that bus drivers can get to their buses on time, that the buses can start and function safely, and that they can get to our students in a safe and in a timely way. And of course, road conditions, we look at air temperature. We spend a lot of time not only looking about how cold it is, but we look carefully at the wind chill. Wind chill is a metric that we look at a lot because we want to make sure that children can safely walk to school or wait on a bus stop when the weather gets that bad. And of course, various different scheduling factors present themselves as well. But when we're making this decision, the majority of the time we try to make the decision well in advance so parents can make child care arrangements. And when we do that, we typically activate what we call e-learning days, where kids could use their computers and get assignments and work from their teachers by about 9 o'clock on that emergency closure day in order that we don't lose a day on the calendar. Once in a while, the storms and the weather surprise us, or they happen at an unusual time that we were not able to make the call the night before. We are committed, and our policy recommends that we make the call before 6:30 a.m. on the day of the closure. So we try to make it in advance, but if we can't, we'll always get word out before 6:30 in the morning. If the community doesn't hear from us, that means school is open. And again, we value in-person school, and we always do our best to make sure we keep our doors open. But we also want to make sure that the travel to and from school is safe for our students and staff. So that's a little bit on our winter weather information. All this information is posted on our website, but if you have any questions about that, feel free to contact us. We're always here to listen and help answer your questions. That leads us into some upcoming dates for the month of December, obviously. Tomorrow's our final day of school before Thanksgiving holiday, which lasts one full week. We return on December 1st, Monday, December 1st, and we jump into a week, and we do have a late start that first Wednesday in December. So all classes, all bus routes will run 1 hour late. And then that leads us into winter break. Winter break starts at 3:20 on Friday, December 19th. It lasts 2 weeks, and then school in District 123 resumes on Monday, January 5th. And thinking of the month of January, we do have no school for MLK, the federal holiday, on Monday, January 19th. So this is just a look at some of the major upcoming calendar events for the month of December. As we look at the month of December, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention to our community, we have a community service activity that we like to get our students and families involved in, and that's called the Feed 6 event, where we work with the Feed 6 organization to actually assemble meals. They assemble a high-protein macaroni and cheese meal that has a long shelf life, and our goal this year is to assemble 50,000 meals. And I know we could do it. Last year we assembled 30,000. This year our goal is 50,000. Last year we were able to send food from this event to almost 30 food pantries locally. Food pantries during Thanksgiving and the upcoming holiday season, food pantries get very tapped out. They are looking for food product. So we are very pleased that each December we're able to send food, many of our local food pantries, food to help feed those in need. So if you're interested in being a part of it and volunteering, it's about a 2-hour food packing meal event from 9 to 11 a.m. at the middle school. Feel free to contact the middle school office and sign up for the Feed 6 event. Another great way we celebrate the upcoming holiday season is through our winter concert series. I know our music teachers are working really hard with our students to prepare for our winter concerts, which I believe are our kindergarten, first, and second grade students at each of our schools. So here's a rundown of our winter concert series, which will kick off at Colmar on December 10th, Sward on the 12th, Covington on the 15th, Hannum on the 16th, and the beginner band concert on Tuesday, December 16th, and then it would close with Hometown Elementary School on Thursday afternoon, the 18th. So we hope all of our family and friends at District 123 can attend all of these wonderful winter concerts, which really help bring us the spirit of the season here in District 123. I'd always also encourage our community to save the date for Flapjacks, Fun, and the Future. We're going to look at our State of the District process a little bit differently this year. And instead of having a formal sit-down meal with adults like we've had in the past, this year we're going to kind of flip that backwards, and we're going to invite all of our families to a breakfast, a fun fair, and have the administrative staff there and the Board of Education there to, again, engage you in our strategic planning efforts and to be there to answer any questions you may have. So that fun fair event is going to take place on Saturday, February 28th. We're looking at about a time frame of from about 10 in the morning to about 1 in the afternoon. So there'll be carnival-like games, there'll be inflatables, and there'll be breakfast. We're going to have a pancake breakfast for everyone. So please save the date, the morning and afternoon of February 28th. We hope our whole community can come and have some fun in February with us. That being said, that leads us to the end of our update for today, and we always take a moment to see if there are any live questions from our audience, and I'm hearing we have no live questions, but that's okay. Our door is always open. So if you have any questions, feel free to give us a call, shoot us an email, attend one of our AMAs, come into the office, knock on our door, and talk with us. We always want to be there. We may not always have the answer immediately, but we always are interested in your questions, and we'll always seek to find the best answer possible. That being said, as we embark upon Thanksgiving, I want to wish our entire school community a very safe, happy, and enjoyable upcoming Thanksgiving holiday, which begins after school tomorrow and lasts a full week. Again, I wish everyone, all of our families, all of our staff, a wonderful and happy upcoming Thanksgiving. That being said, I'm going to check out for the day. So thank you, everyone. Have a great rest of your day.